cool. But you got to make your mind up. Is it Sack Harrison or Sack Sawyer? I mean, I've heard both. So.
You came first. We were calling you that.
All right. So yeah, I'll claim that one.
Okay.
Yeah, I can claim that one. Yeah, for sure.
Make sure you like it.
Zach, how much did Jack Spring impress you, surprise you? What he did to come in and make things back pretty quick that season?
Yeah, Jack's a hard worker, and that's something that I can respect. He's not one of those guys where you have to motivate every single play and every single practice. You know, he's going to go hard, and he definitely had moments where he struggled, as all freshmen do, but he definitely had moments where he shined. And I was like, all right, he belongs at Ohio State. There's a reason why he's here. He's going to be a special player someday.
They talk about finding a role, and that doesn't always happen for freshmen.
Yeah.
It did, but it wasn't like every snap.
Mm-hmm.
And you have veterans and inside the league, how much time did he be in there?
Honestly, that's a question for Coach Jay. I don't control who goes in the game or not.
What is it that you went through that a freshman, everybody else is also appreciating? What is it that you have to learn as part of the Rushman when you get there? What's your real practice?
I mean, Coach Jay is going to put on whoever wins the best one-on-ones, the best pass rushers in that little rushman package we have. The best 4 pass rushers got to be on the field. So if you're one of those 4, then he's going to play you. That's not up to me. You got to ask Coach Jay. Like I said, he's the one who got the depth chart. I just go out there and play ball.
What are some of the other young guys that have impressed you this spring and summer?
You know, all the D linemen really. One of the guys who stands out is Tyleik Williams. He's a big dude, but he's quick. He's got like elite athleticism and he's strong. He doesn't know what he's doing yet. To be honest with you, he's still really raw. But once he figures it out, like he's going to be a name that everybody in the country knows. He's going to be a problem.
How long does it take to figure it out for a young pass rusher your first time? You mentioned the where you're at now.
It's different for everybody. Some like the Bosa's, like Nick came in and he was already, Nick Bosa pretty much. And some guys it takes 5 years to figure it out. It's different for everybody.
How much does it help you prepare for the season when you're going up against Thayer Munford and Nick Bosa every day?
I mean, I know I'm going against two of the best tackles in the country every day. I just know that I'm getting better every day. I have to bring my A game every single day, and that's how it's going to be in games. I have to, work my technique. There's not going to be any easy reps because they're competitive just like I am. They don't want to lose any reps, and the relationship we have, we're all pretty good friends. So I know our practice we'll get to chirping and just having fun with it, and that's how I know all 3 of us are just improving, going at each other every single day.
Zach, last year, COVID kind of, made no fans allowed in the stadiums. What was that like for you guys not playing in front of anybody in Ohio Stadium, which the capacity is well over 100,000? Just what was that like?
Yeah, it was definitely different. I had an interview earlier, and I told him you don't really appreciate what you have until it's gone. I remember my freshman year, we'd come into the stadium, and you'd look up in the stands, and there's like a section that's not full, or like a few empty spots here, and you'd be like, oh man, what's going on? Why aren't there fans here? And then COVID hits, and we're playing against seats. We're playing against cardboard. We're playing with cardboard cutouts in the stands, and it was a unique challenge in its own, having to bring your own energy. So coming this next year, when fans are going to be here, I'm so excited to see all the red in the stadium and the electricity that they bring and the energy that they bring and how they help us and they feed into our play on the field.
You have no linebackers coming back. You lost a great quarterback. The running back is kind of up in question mark. Why should somebody be a buyer of Ohio State?
Watch somebody be like, what do you mean?
Well, why should somebody be excited about Ohio State with so many freshmen? Because last year's national championship was tough.
I mean, personally, I don't really have any questions. I feel confident with everybody we have in the locker room. I feel like we have all the pieces to go make another run back to the national championship.
And what's it like getting back to a routine?
It's great. The COVID year was a little weird and wonky, but getting back to some sense of normalcy is nice.
Zach, if you could sign a name, image, likeness deal with any brand of your choosing, which one would be?
Probably some food. I like to eat. Not sure specifically, but just some food. Maybe some free meals. I like a lot of foods, man. I like Philly cheesesteaks. I like buffalo chicken wraps. I like pizza. I like mac and cheese. Somewhere with all those foods, I'm in.
What were the biggest things that Coach Jay thought you could improve upon from last year to this year?
Probably the top of my rushes. Making sure I can really flatten the edge and get to the quarterback. That's probably the biggest thing that he told me to work on, which comes hand in hand with flexibility, which I've been working on the most.
And how did you assess your own performance last season? Like, did it live up to your own expectations, or did you think you could have done more?
I definitely feel like I could have done more, but I feel like towards the end of the season, I was really catching my stride. I was playing my best ball the last 3 or 4 games of the season.
Zach, what's this offseason been like for you with all the attention on other guys around the country as far as from a national perspective? From a team perspective, you've got Jack, now JT coming in, and they get a lot of the attention from people like us. What's it like for you and Tyreek? You guys just kind of seem to be flying a little under the radar right now. How does that feel?
Personally, I kind of like it. Like, I've never been the biggest fan of, no offense, like reporters and interviewers, all that stuff. I've never been the
We
biggest
don't
fan.
like ourselves either.
No, I mean, I've just never been a big fan of questions. So me and Tyreek and all the other guys in the D-line just flying under the radar and just getting to work with our heads down, not have to worry about distractions and it's supposed to be this, supposed to be that, just, getting grinding and getting better every day, and hopefully we're going to surprise some guys of the season.
What's been different without Tyreek this offseason? Because it seemed like he was ready for a breakout. The team got hurt, ready for a breakout last year, COVID season. What's been different about this year?
Yeah, he's got the same mentality. He's hungry. That's as hungry as I've ever seen Tyreek. He just can't wait to get to camp and start playing ball, and he's attacked everything. He's definitely taken more of a leadership role too. He's become more vocal. He's not afraid to call guys out if they're slacking or they're making mistakes, and that's something that I appreciate from Tyreek.
How much more settled in are you right now?
Sorry?
How much more settled in are you right now than you were in year 1 or 2?
I feel really comfortable where I'm at. Like, I feel like I've been in the program 2 years. I know my way around. I feel like I know what to expect, what's expected of me, and I feel like that's a way I can be comfortable and just go out there. Now I can just play. I don't have to worry about expectations. I'm more comfortable with myself. Like, I know. And if I go out there and play to the best of my ability, I'm going to make a lot of plays.
Year 1 was like you're with Chase. You're expecting to be next. Year 2, the same thing. You feel like a little bit of a weight's been lifted off your shoulders a little bit. Now you can just run.
Yeah, just more relaxed and more at ease, just ready to go, just play ball.
Zach, what do you expect out of Minnesota in the opener?
Minnesota's a great team. They're very well coached, and I'm excited to get to compete against them.
Their running back Mo Ibrahim. What's your impressions of him?
I haven't really watched that much tape on him so far, but you have to get back to me a little later on that one.
Zach, last year we heard a lot about Clemson and that game as a motivating factor for you guys. There hasn't been a ton of talk about the Alabama game. Thayer said that that's in the back of your minds and stuff like that, but you haven't put it out there as much maybe as a program. Why is that, and what are you guys using to be ready for this season, kind of get over the road?
I mean, a lot of guys came back. I feel like a lot of our team is guys who have a bunch of experience, and that's something that, like I said, it's in the back of our heads. So we know, like, all right, whatever we did last year, we have to do that much more this year to get to where we want to be, and that's something that's a motivating factor for us.
I mean, do you guys need a game like that to focus on? Or is it something you guys can do internally to be ready? I mean, 4 straight Big Ten titles, it seems like at some point there could be some complacency setting in, but it doesn't seem you guys are that way.
Coaches don't allow that. If the second week complacent, we get a coach give us a super hard workout or we get a super hard practice, there's never any complacency.
And do you have to teach kind of the young guys, especially maybe guys that were highly recruited, come in and kind of expect that this is just going to happen? Do the older guys have to, prove you got to work for it?
That's all on the coaches, really. Because we've been through it already. We know as freshmen have it the hardest at Ohio State because they don't know. They come in as the best player, and then for the first time ever in their lives, they're one of the worst people on the team. And that's something it's just growing pains of being a freshman. Everybody's gone through it, and that's something that we definitely help them along with it. We more help them out than anything. Try to show them the way and be there when they feel like dang, like nothing's going right. Like it happens. Like I was the same way. Like he was the same way. Everybody in the locker room had that feeling at some point. Like, it's normal. You're gonna get through it. You're gonna overcome it. You're gonna be a great player here someday. It's just gonna take time.
Zach, there's kind of an idea out there among fans more than you guys, I think, that maybe you guys don't even take the Michigan game as seriously.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of talk yesterday about how they're now ramping up their focus.
Mm-hmm.
Is it harder to stay focused on that game for you guys?
No, we live it every day. So when you live something every day and it's always in your mind, you think about it every single day. There's no way you can be complacent with it because that's our first goal. Our number one goal in the season is to be the team of the North. Nothing else happens after the season unless we be the team of the North. So that's goal number one.
Zach, do you hear Jim Harbaugh and Michigan players say that they're going to start emphasizing why you live it more?
I mean, like I said, we live it every day, so nothing changes on our side. We're gonna do the same things we've been doing. Respect the rivalry by playing as hard as we can on Saturday when we play them.
But does it surprise you, or did it surprise you to hear that maybe they didn't take that game with the same level of anticipation and attention that you guys did?
I mean, I don't really know. I'm not over there. I don't know how serious they take it. I just know about Ohio State and what we do in our locker room.
You talked about you weren't really an Ohio State fan or a Michigan fan. Did you root for anybody in college football growing up?
I just like watching good ball. So like the best games I would always try to tune into, like the college game day games, the primetime games. I was always trying to tune in just to watch competitive football.
But since you're from Columbus, you kind of knew what it was with the rivalry. Really?
I mean, growing up in Columbus, I obviously knew there was no love between Ohio State and Michigan. Like I've known that since first grade. Kids with Michigan lunchboxes in the hallway would get funny looks even at that level. So I definitely knew the intensity of the rivalry, but I didn't know how serious Ohio State took it until I got there. And now I know that you live it and you compete every day to respect it, like I said, by playing hard against them.
Tired of hearing Time for War yet?
Nah, that's the anthem.
What was on your lunchbox?
My first grade lunchbox, I used to buy my lunch, so I didn't have a lunchbox.
Zach, you know, when a team is as successful as yours has been in the conference over time, people, players and coaches will often say, you know, we're the big game for everybody. Is there any way that you can see that? Can you feel that when you go out and play Indiana or whomever? Is there any way that you can tell that game means a little more to them and that you have to have your edge up as well?
That's how we come into every single game. We come into every game knowing that we're the target. We're circled on everybody's calendar. Everybody wants to come take us out. And we know that. So every game we know that there's no room for coming in thinking this team is sweet or this team is bad. Like, we have to respect every opponent because they have the utmost respect for us. It's only fair to respect them just as much.
When you were being recruited, was being a part of something that successful important to you?
What do you mean, like?
It's already a great program. If I go there, one, they can make me better, and two, I can help keep it great. Is that?
Yeah, most definitely. I wanted to go to a good program where there's a bunch of competitors there, and they would force me to improve, and I'd get the best out of myself.
Zach, how big was it